Figuona, Nyakit, Janet. Good morning, good morning. Coming live from the 1950 South Shepherd. Sorry, I don't know what's up with Facebook, but for some reason our lives haven't been going on Facebook. And I mean, it's not on our end. We use, the app that we use. We stream on Facebook and on YouTube simultaneously. So I mean, for some reason, it'll say our Facebook is live still. Like, it'll be like later on that night, and it'll say our Facebook is still live. So, if you want to catch our meditations, we are on YouTube. So, we put our link on our page, on our Facebook page. So, sorry for the mix up. We're still trying to figure that part out. But I mean, here we are. Here we are. Darian, is at home. He has a cold. Carmelo is with his daughter. I believe she has a cold. And Mingo should be here at noon. Well, no, he probably won't even be here. I don't even think Mingo will be here today. But the show must go on. Prayers for, my work family. I hope they get to feeling better. Hope things, work out for them. But got me a new producer. Well, she's not new. Got me a good producer today, Miss Christina Sharp with 988. Always ready to help. That's a good thing about working for DOH is we always got people that are willing to do what it takes. So here we are live. Can you go to comments so we can see? Yeah, it's on today. Oh wait, how do you mean that? Nah.
For you.
Yeah. Good morning, Nyaki, Phyllis the Realist. Janelle, Nene. Glad you're back home, Nene. Glad you're back home. Uh, about ready to jump into this. I was thinking about. I read the meditation this morning. I enjoy every meditation. I can't Nyaki Earl Oi. I think about how I apply these things to my sobriety. Nyaki Do. I think about how I apply these things to my sobriety. I mean, I'm not always, my way isn't, always the right way, or somebody has a different opinion, or I just know what these things mean to me, and how I can apply them to my sobriety. And, thankfully, the Creator has allowed me to stay positive. The other day, my mom was telling me to stay humble, and that's what I try to do, whenever I. Good morning, Mr. Chad boy. Oh yeah, gotta rock the dope sick, my Killer Cali family. Got me a couple of good shirts. I enjoy these. Appreciate you. Good morning, little brother Drew. But I think about what the Creator has allowed in my life, and I'm very thankful. Very thankful I get these opportunities. Very grateful, that the Creator has allowed me to just share a little bit of what goes on in this big head of mine. Good morning, Miss Anzawa. So I enjoy doing this. I enjoy getting on here. I look forward to it actually. It's probably like the highlight of my day. Is to Uh, yep. Hi, Genesis. Good morning, Genesis. You know, but I just get this opportunity to reach out. To let people know that recovery is possible. And that means everything to me. From a hopeless addict, to be able to provide somebody else, a little glimmer of hope, of my process. Good morning, Aunt Jessie. So it's just something I look forward to. Something I like to say a prayer, before we get this thing started, and I ask the Creator, give me your words, give me. Good morning, Maya. Uh, I ask, the Creator, to make me a vessel of His work. Let me be, you know, uh, just a little light of hope, for somebody who may be struggling today. So I appreciate everybody that tunes in. I appreciate everybody that takes a look at us throughout their day. I had met a lady last week in Weatherford. I don't want to say her name, but I want to give her a shout out. She let us know that she tunes in, and we appreciate. You may not even have anything to do with sobriety, but I believe that it's the message that helps people out. Gives some people something to think about throughout the day. So good morning, Cassandra. People wouldn't. So it's just a good part of my day. We always do this thing on Indian time, so with that, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this reading. Good morning, Mr. Chapel. Yeah, this guy. All right, today's the 17th. Not too many days left in the summer season. We're facing south, looking for our relatives. So we'll be facing east pretty soon. I think on the 22nd or 23rd. We'll be switching seasons. Right now we're in the youth stage of the seasons. And I believe the next stage, we'll get into that later. But summer meditation with Native American elders, through White Bison. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it. It says the old people must start talking, and the young people must start listening. Thomas Ben Yakya. I probably butchered that, but Hopi. And it says below, we are at a critical time in transferring cultural knowledge, spiritual ways. During the last few years, the young people have not been interested in learning the old ways. The only place this knowledge is found is among the elders. We must encourage the young to visit with the elders. The adults need to think also about learning the culture. The elders are getting old and soon will go on to the other side. Each of us must pause and think about our individual responsibility to learn the culture and teach this to our young. Then the prayer for the day says, Great Spirit, help us to learn and remember the old ways. That goes pretty deep. Like I always say, I was raised in a community where, not wasn't a lot of men around. The ones that were around, I was very thankful for. My Uncle Charlie. My Grandpa David. My Grandpa Herman. My Uncle Doug. There's just certain ones that really stand out. That were around like every day. Sherman Smoker. Good morning, Danu. You know, I think about, how I'd say I was about 10 years old. I started going out to my Uncle Duck's and sweating with the men, and how I still remember all them things, then I had a grandpa, my grandpa David, he would sit on his bed all day long and he would read his Bible, a very devout Jehovah's Witness, my grandpa David was, very devout, Christian. And, I think about how, man, when you're just a kid, you just don't know, you think they're going to be there forever. But, as I got older and I kind of got away, because being traditional wasn't cool enough, being traditional wasn't really, it wasn't such a big thing for, just living in these modern times. You're trying to still, I'm from a small town. You're still trying to catch up to some things that, that you feel like is modern, technology, whatnot. Then as I got older and I moved to El Reno, uh, I feel like I completely lost touch with, my cultural side. Of course, I lived with my grandma, my family, they weren't just lost, but I was also influenced by, a lot of friends and family, that weren't interested in those things. And I think about all the wealth of knowledge that my grandma held. And I regret, every day not paying attention to her, not being able to just talk to her. My grandma was like my friend, I could tell her anything and she would, get on to me, but at the same time, then she would give me her take on what she thought, I should be doing or how I should go about a situation, and then I think about COVID coming and how many elders we lost. Like, it's crazy how many elders, that we lost through that whole, that whole epidemic, that whole COVID thing was crazy, we lost a lot of knowledge. So, it gives me a new thought process on how I should go about, who should I approach? I feel like every elder has a story. Every elder has something that they can give that can help us out, and I've been fortunate enough to be around some individuals that let us know that our elders are priceless. The knowledge that they have, the things that they are willing to share. You think that they've never been through these situations. Like they've never dealt with recovery. They've never dealt with what we think are modern problems. But I mean, if you think about it, history's been repeating ourselves since we've had this generational trauma. So good morning, Teresa. I'm sorry. My autograph. That's funny. But I just think about how important it is, that yeah, you hear elders talking, but are you really listening? We've had these elders meditations where we talk about listening with the heart. Yes, for sure, Teresa, next time. But I think about, you know, yeah, you hear elders talking, but do you really listen? How are you understanding what they're trying to tell you? Or how are you processing, the fact that they are willing to share with you, a little bit of the knowledge that they have. You know, man, I took advantage of life way too way too long. I took advantage of family way too long. Good morning, Aunt Pam. I think about, you know, now my aunts and uncles and all them, now they're the elders. Now they're the ones that we're looking up to. And I think about my Uncle Robert. I always thought, he was just such a, to me, he was like a tough guy. Not the way that he carried himself, but the way he held everything in, and he always had a smile, and it didn't matter what he was going through. It really mattered to him how people felt around him. So, I just think about, you know, uh, my Uncle Robert, when I went through ceremonies this summer, I thought he was going to be there, and for him not to be there, I mean, that really, it just made me value what we have here on this earth today. So, it, it, it just hits me in a different kind of way when I think about it in that way. I always thought my uncle would be around to watch me accomplish all these things. And, I have his Indian name, I have his Cheyenne name, and he's always like looked out for me no matter what, and, he wanted me to know these ways. He wanted me to, be where I'm at today, so, today's reading, I just don't want to be that guy that takes advantage, of our elders, and, the priceless information that they are willing to share with us, if we take the time to sit down and listen. Yeah, he was. I believe that. I believe that, brother. I believe that. I know he was helping me in a different way. A way that nobody else on this earth could help me. I still believe that. I still believe my uncle's around, and, he's always gonna look over, his family and me. So, well, yeah, that's all I got about, about listening to our elders. That I could go on for days about that. Mrs. Sharp, do you think we could jump into these? I'm gonna, Mr. Soap. Yes, go to ceremonies. Yes, for sure. Thanks for sharing that. Oh yes, for sure. For sure. When that good spirit's around, these good things are gonna happen. Of course. Well, thank you for sharing that, Mr. Soap. The Talk Space 988 and the Tour Project, along with the Department of Health. We like to promote Talkspace or Talkspace Go. Two apps. It's online counseling. You can match with a counselor in minutes. It gives you a whole list of things that you can talk about. You can basically talk about anything with your counselor, and you get to pick your counselor. That's, to me, that's like the cool thing about this. Um, we just want to encourage all tribal employees and tribal members. I've heard nothing but great things about, Talkspace. And actually, we can't see who gets on there. I mean, we got about 700 spots to fill up, really. And so, when you put in your email, CHATOR and then it'll give you organization. You put in restore, and that's how you get it for free. So very important, very important, is just to have that outlet to be able to, get some things off your chest. And then we got the overdose prevention packs. My, uh, we're giving out Narcan, fentanyl test kits, medication disposal packs, medication lock bags, wound care kits, opioid overdose symptom information, how to administer Narcan if needed. We give out harm reduction supplies. If you're not sure, you can access our job form on our Facebook page, and then you'll be able to, go down our list and look at what's available. Very important, very important. Good morning, Carrie. Mr. Levi Pivotna. Mr. Sheridan, Masegi, Mr. Sheridan. Good morning, Miss Cindy. I mean, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Is it that late? Well, good afternoon, Miss Cindy. I love you. And I want to give a shout out to Brand Logics. You might have to. Yeah, it's the next one down. Yeah, it's the second one. Yeah. Yeah, you might want to take off the. Be all right. We'll be all right. Text tour to 888-580-4tour for our updates. Our Gord Clan, updates. It basically just tells you what we're doing for the day or for the week. Very helpful. Want to give a shout out to Brand Logics. Like I said, that's and then go down to the Wellbriety meetings. Thank you, Miss Sharp. We had Mending Mondays last night. Then tonight is the Talking Circle in Clinton at 721 Frisco Ave in Clinton at 7. And then they have these informal gatherings in Watonga on the east side at Legion Park at the Hut. If you're familiar with the area, it's not hard to find. It's a tan brown brick building that's over there at the park on the east side. And then Thursday nights we have these informal, the Talking Circle here at 1950 South Shepherd. And this Thursday, can you go down to the cat speaker night? Yeah. This Thursday, All Nations Wellbriety Speaker Night is featuring our very own Elizabeth Cattigus. Oh, Cat Daddy, September 19th, supper at 6. The meeting will start at 7 here at 1950 South Shepherd. I believe we're going to have stew and fry bread, as far as I know. Stew and fry bread. So, if you're not doing anything Thursday night, come and hang out with us. She's got a good story. Kat is a combat vet, very important in our culture. And Friday nights, we have a 12-step meeting here at 1952, which happens at 7. So, recovery benefit will be this Saturday. All Nations Res Recovery Gord Clan is having a recovery benefit dance. Here at the tour and Res Recovery Gord Clan, we like to recover out loud. We believe in, letting people know, our community know that we do recover. Whatever, that's got to look like for a person, we fully support, any kind of recovery. So, We'll be giving away chips at there. If somebody wants to come get a well variety chip, we would love to share that. Just share that with our community, and for sure. Well, oh, Leanna. Okay. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning, Eddie. Scoot over. Where do y'all sweat on Wednesdays? Is it open to anyone? Yes, anybody. I mean, you don't even have to be in recovery to be able to come and sweat. So, we it just Cheyenne way with it's called open door. If anybody needs help, the way our culture is that you have that obligation to help somebody. So you don't ever. I've never seen anybody be turned away from a sweat lodge. But yeah, the recovery dance will be Saturdays, beginning at 2, supper at 5. We will have a men's and women's all categories contest. Is it purple and teal?
Yeah, north and south.
North and south, purple and teal. All men categories and all women categories. Uh, what's first place?
300.
300 to first place, 150 to second, then 50 for third. So, if you come and check us out. I mean, we had a pretty good turnout in Watonga last month, and I feel like this will be even better. If you want to come and gore dance, you want to come and we will be crowning our princess, Miss Carly Flying Out. I like that because my Cheyenne name's Flying Out. So, I think it's pretty awesome. Coming. She's a great young lady. And we just want to encourage. Our youth to stay on the red road. Very important. So, yeah, that'll be Saturday, and then in since it is Recovery Month, we would like to, we're requesting support from you to honor in honor of Recovery Month. We want to create a video of natives in recovery. Please send us a video of you and family members stating, "I am in recovery." And we will create a video campaign to show the world that we do recovery. Make a video, send it to Tour on our, you can email it or you can put it on our Facebook on Messenger. But we're trying to create, you know, uh, create this thing that shows that we are in recovery. We're doing, uh, we're just trying to create this environment where we celebrate people that are, especially natives that are in recovery. You ain't got to be a native. I mean, like I said, addiction doesn't discriminate, so neither does recovery. Not in our eyes. And then we're having the elders traditional night next Tuesday, right? Pathways to Community Living will be hosting this event for our elders. Caregivers are welcome and encouraged to attend. A meal will be provided. They'll have games, storytelling, old fashioned visiting, which, yeah, I don't think they'll let them smoke in there, but, sharing of knowledge and traditions, kind of like what goes on with today's reading, a very valuable opportunity to, just to visit. You may not even know who these elders are, but I mean, they all got a story, and I'm looking forward to that event. That'll be the day before we fly out to Montana, to Billings, going to Billings. Kind of excited. How do I get a t-shirt? Or how do you get a t-shirt? Well, I believe, what kind? Yeah. No, I think we do have one. We have one laying around here somewhere. I'm sure we can figure it out. I'm sure we can figure out a way to get one to you. Uh, yes, I can't wait. I can't wait to go to Montana. Pretty excited. Pretty excited. But yeah, that the elders traditional night will be Tuesday, September 24th, from 3 to 6 p.m. At the Elderly Nutrition Center in Clinton, which I would love to go back there because it just reminds me of my grandma. My grandma worked there like for a good part of my life. So, that's pretty exciting for me to think that I can go back to where my grandma was working. She really enjoyed her job. She really liked what she did. And I missed her cooking. I definitely missed her cooking. But yeah, come on out, Aunt Pam. That'll be on the 24th from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Like I said, a meal will be provided out there in Clinton. We had one here, but it was scheduled the same time as like that housing event. So, we had a handful of elders show up, but, I'm pretty sure they want to let more people know. I know there's a lot of elders around the Clinton area. That would, and plus, the ILC's over there. What's it called? ILC? ILC is over there in Clinton. So, we appreciate everybody that tunes in. I want to say thank you to my producer for coming on and helping me out. She did great. Dave told Chad he better get permission from Cat Daddy so he can go. But well, with that, I'm gonna say aho. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Yeah, we appreciate all the views, likes, share. So have a good day. I hope.